had this roller coaster weather here this week. Yeah, but what about this morning, Chuck? Do you think the morning commute's going to have any issues?
I think the issue will be hanging onto the steering wheel.
Windy, right?
Very windy. In fact, we already have 30-mile-per-hour gusts out there in some spots this morning. So, you know, this is one of those days, if you have kiddos and you take them to the bus stop, if there can be an adult with them, that's probably a good thing. Let's show you the rain. There's not freezing rain. That's gone, but a little bit of rain this morning. We say good morning to all of you around Brownstown and Medora and Columbus and Nashville this morning. Here in the metro, a little bit of light drizzle near Beech Grove. And then Broad Ripple, but that's about it, and it's very, very light stuff. This will really accelerate in intensity in the area of coverage in a little bit here. 40 degrees right now, winds out of the south at 16, so it feels like the 30s, but I did say 40 already this morning, so it's so long to that really cold stretch. Now, there could be some possible slick roads in eastern Indiana this morning, but here in the city, I'm not worried about that at all. It will be wet most of the day, though, and as I mentioned to Ben and Julia, the winds today gusting to 40 miles per hour with a very wet evening rush hour. All right, I want to break down this wind advisory. This sucker is big. It stretches from Michigan through Indiana all the way into Kentucky and Tennessee. The area of Brown, you see, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., but let me tell you, it is already very windy out there. In fact, the gusts right now, 26 miles per hour in the state capital. Muncie, 31 mile per hour gusts. Marion, 30. Same for Crawfordsville. And this will do nothing but get windier as we progress throughout the day. In fact, I showed this in the last half hour. I'll probably do it in the next half hour. I think that between 11, 1, 2, we're talking about winds that will be sustained at 30 and gusting to 45. And speaking of the 40s, that's where we'll be all day long today. I think we'll click over to 48 probably between 2 and 4 p.m. today. Now, let's show you the rain. And this is what it's going to look like later this morning. This is 7 a.m. Widespread light rain. We're not talking heavy rain here. What happens, though, is this gets caught up in the wind, so the bark is loud, the bite not so much, but this stuff has a tendency to blow horizontally. This is 8:30 this morning. Again, widespread light rain. Now, I think the heavier stuff comes in around lunchtime. So here we are at 10 a.m. Remember, this is a strong southwesterly component. There's a front way off to our west. So we've got days of this, probably 2 or 3 days of these scattered showers. At this point, not looking for thunderstorms, not going to rule that out. But this is 1:30 this afternoon. This is when the kids are coming home from school at 3 o'clock. Notice, even at 5, 5:30, and 6, we still have rain on a day that could produce a half an inch of rain and wind gusts of 40 miles per hour. 48 today, 30 tonight. And how about, as promised, we're keeping this in the forecast by Thursday, 62 degrees, and then off the table we go. Thursday to Friday, a 30-degree drop in temperatures. A wintry mix possible all of these days into Monday. Monday's high back up to 50, Ben and Julia.